Hi everyone. Welcome to Sweet Pea Sewing. I'm Caroline and this is my very first Friday Sews. Thanks to Jen in today's Jen Sewing Room for creating this a few years ago. It's a great way for all of us sewists to come together and talk about our past week or whatever we'd like to talk about. So let me tell you what's been going on my sewing table this week. One of the plans I had was to make these little Bitsy boxes. And here's the make. Pretty darn tiny, a bit tinier than I realized. It's only 2.5 by 2.5, but it's so cute. Love the fabric. You can use it for jewelry, traveling, or whatever you'd like to put in it. I'll be making a few more of these. But what I decided to do, I decided to double the size of the pattern and see if that worked and what it came up with. And I came up with this great little bag. It actually reminds me of a man's toiletry bag. You know how you often see these in leather? Just really actually love the shape of it. There's the inside. This was my very first foray into any kind of quilting as well. There is a stabilizer in between the two fabrics, and it's just a very simple quilting. But I was really, really pleased with how these turned out, and a lot of people in my life are going to be getting them as gifts. I was happy with that. And then I made this one for my granddaughter. So cute with all the cats all over it, cats and kittens. She just got a new kitten, very much like this one here. Little Bella, she's named her, so cute. Contrasting fabric. Just was really, really, really pleased with the way it turned out, and it's a simple pattern. I'll be making lots more, as I said. Another item that I finished this week is for my granddaughter as well. It's this top right here. It is made from Brittany J. Jones, ME2110, the top. And I'm going to enter it as part of the Black Designer 2025 challenge. Thought it turned out quite well. Actually, I think the fabric is meant to have this as the outside, sort of this fleecy jersey, and this on the inside. But I think she'll like this gray pink better. Although I think it could be quite reversible very easily if she decided to do that. Hopefully she'll like it. 12-year-olds are pretty picky about what they wear. A couple of changes that I made, I took the pocket off. I just felt that she would like it better without the pocket. And I also put elastic in around the waist. It actually has like a drawstring that comes down on either side in the original pattern, but I think she'd like this better. I'm just going to get her to try it on, and then I'm going to sew it up over here. But I thought it turned out quite well. Something else I'm working on are pajamas. I really need new pajamas. Some of the ones I have are like 25 or 30 years old. So they're ready to be ditched. Butterick 6428. Specifically what I'm working on is this top, not the lace. I'd rather just keep it plain, and these little cropped pants. And the fabric, of course, is thrifted. It's this nice knit fabric. It's very thin, which actually I quite like. Sometimes I can get really warm at night sleeping, so I do like these light knits. You can actually see through them quite well. So it's a good one for year round, and I think that'll be good. I'm about halfway through it, almost finished the pants, just need to work on the top. Yeah, that's another one I'm working on right now. I'll have those ready next week. One of the things that my girlfriends and I like to do is once a month go out and visit all of the local thrift stores. We do that and go for lunch, and it's just such a fun, great day. And usually all of us find a treasure or two, but I always look for fabric and see what I can find. And this time I found this beautiful burnt orange woven fabric. Now, this is not normally a color that I would select for myself, as I usually like to wear gem colors because I'm more of a winter. I thought I will give this a try and hopefully it doesn't wash me out or anything like that. And I was looking through my patterns and I think I'm going to try this Style Arc Monty dress. I think it would look fabulous in this color and this woven fabric. So we'll see how that turns out. Put it on my list. Along that same kind of idea, my husband and I usually will head out every couple of weeks and go for a little day trip, take our little ferry. It's about a 20-minute ferry ride. I should have taken some pictures and included those, and I definitely will next time. And we go up island, just check out the thrift stores up there and go to our favorite restaurant called the Dog House for breakfast. And we hit up thrift stores and we just have a great old time. I've definitely found some good finds at those thrift stores regarding fabrics. Last time we were up there, I found this beautiful duvet, 100% cotton. Almost looks like jean though, doesn't it? And I was really excited when I found this because it's just such a nice color that I would wear, and I could get a lot out of this. I can get at least a dress and maybe a dress and a shirt, some nice Style Arc bobs. That would be good. So we'll see how those turn out. But I also found this big bolt of fabric for $16. And it's a big bolt of fabric. And it's knit fabric. And it's a little bit on the sheer side. Almost thought, is this, it might be ribbing. I'm sure you can use it as ribbing, but if I just used it as ribbing, it would take me forever to use. So you can see it's a little bit sheer, but I think it would be good as for t-shirts, pajamas. I could see making lots of things for myself and my family. One of the things that I did also think about making with it was a toile for this skirt. I plan on entering this skirt also for the Black Designer 2025 challenge. And I bought some gray Ponte at my local Fabricland, which is a store here in Canada. But it's gorgeous and it's expensive. And I really would like to make a toile of this first. I will definitely make this skirt in that gray Ponte. But I want to make a toile first because I think it's, even though it looks fairly straightforward, it's got facing, it's got buttons, it's fitted a certain way. And I was looking at the sizing, and the sizing is going to be a little bit challenging for me. Let's just have a look here. I was trying to figure out whether I was a 20 or a 22W on here, because the waist on a 20W is 35 and on a 22W is 37, but my waist is about 42, but my hips are about a 44. And for the 22W, it goes 37 waist and 46 hips. So if I make it based on my waist, I'm going to have way, way too much room over my hips. So I'm going to have to grade down for my hips, and I haven't done that before, size down, grade down. So I'm going to have to really be careful of which one I do. Otherwise, I'm going to end up with too tight of a waist. Will fit my hips, but it's one of the most uncomfortable things in the world to have something too tight around your waist. So I really want to make sure I get that right. So I want to make it in a toile and make sure that fits properly, and then I can use that gorgeous blue Ponte. So I was looking at this, and it may work. It may work as a toile, but it's going to be it'll be a thin material. And to me, this is kind of figure hugging, especially through this area. So I don't think that would work. That's not what I want. I think that's why I got the dark gray Ponte in the first place, because I felt like it would be a lot more flattering. If I wear that skirt, I definitely would wear a longer top. I don't plan on making this top. I think I'd make a top that came down a bit because, you know, tummy, sides, pinch an inch, pinch more than a few inches, if anybody remembers that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, is making a toile, but thinking about this, I don't think it'll work. Now let me show you another material that I think would work, and this is thrifted as well. This gray knit, and there's quite a bit here, more than enough for the skirt. I think this would be a better choice, even though it's still a light material, but it's certainly not sheer, and it isn't overly stretchy. It's pretty much only a two-way stretch. There's a little bit of stretch that way, it's more that way. So it wouldn't be quite as figure hugging, which I think would be better on the model. It looks fantastic on me. I think I'd have to buy some shapewear or something to really make it work, and that doesn't sound comfortable. And I am all about comfort these days, but I love the skirt, so I really want to try it. So I think this one is the winner. I think we'll try it in this and see how it works out. I'll let you know. Plans for the weekend this weekend, we have a birthday party, as I mentioned, for my granddaughter tomorrow night, so that'll be good. I need to go out and get an ice cream cake for her. We usually get one from a local Dairy Queen, and they make delicious ice cream cakes, and my son is making smash burgers, and I have been appointed to make poutine. I've never made poutine. I've had it many times and we all love it, love it. And if you're not familiar with it, it originated in, I believe, in Montreal, Canada, and it's fairly simple. It's basically fries with gravy on top and cheese curd. And I don't think it's any more complicated than that. But if anybody has any good tips or things they can tell me about making poutine, I would love to hear them. I'm going to look at a few recipes, but I think it's going to be fairly straightforward. So that will be fun. That'll be fun this weekend. We have a couple of karaoke machines, and we usually haul those out, and the 7 grandkids have a great old time together singing on that and all the Taylor Swift songs, and the adults get involved. It's just a really fun time. So we'll look forward to that. Finally, some sewing plans that I have got planned for the next few weeks, month, is since I retired, I've realized I have very few decent casual clothes. You know, when you're working, you tend to go out and buy clothes for work. And then in the evenings, you put your pajamas on or your old sweats and sweatshirt. You don't buy too much in the way of casual clothing. At least that was a way for me. So now I have found that I have quite a bit of work clothes, and I don't know what I'll do with them. Hang on to them for a while. I mean, there are occasions that come up where I can use them, but I really need to bulk up my wardrobe with some casual wear. So just looking through my patterns, I came across some patterns that I thought I'd share with you that I've purchased recently. And if any of you have made these, please let me know and let me know how they turned out, and any comments on them. I would love to hear that. The very first one is Very Easy Vogue, 8952. And actually, I have seen a few bloggers make this. I can't remember who, but somebody made this one and it turned out very, very well. Might have been Viv's mom. I think the one that appeals to me the most is this one with the raglan sleeves, although this one with the seam down the middle is really nice too. But the raglan sleeve looks particularly comfy, but it looks like something you could just put on in the morning, and if you have to go out, you're not worried about having to change or what you look like. So I think one of those two. This is a bit dressy for me, so I probably would make it, but these are the two that I think I would focus on. Got to get some jersey. The one thing I found with thrifting is jersey doesn't come up very often. Now, whether that white knit material that I just showed you in that huge bolt would work, it might. It might work, actually. It might work. Might turn out quite well in this. Could make 10 of them out of that bolt at least. I'll have to have a look at it. But it does say very easy. Like I say, Vogue scares me a bit, just like Berta does and Style Arc does. You hear about these things, but you got to dive in and give it a try, right? What does it say? It says neckband, collar, fabrics, two-way stretch. So that white knit on that bolt, rayon spandex, cotton spandex. And there's the line items. So we'll give that one a try. It would certainly be nice to have a couple of these blouses, sweatshirts, whatever you want to call them, blend of in between in my wardrobe to be able to just throw on in the morning. The next one is this Me ME G S9740. I love this, love this, love this so much. It's just such a classic design. And actually looking at it, I'm thinking, is that really what you'd wear at home? It's very nice and so figure flattering. Maybe the shorter one I would wear at home, but I just feel like this one, I would feel ultra dressed up, and if I did make it, I'd want to wear it out anyway. I'm going to be making this longer one, that's for darn sure. The fabrics are stretch knits only, double knit interlock jersey, lightweight ponte. And it does have interfacing on it. So there's the line drawings. You can see them there, and the sizing chart and material that's needed. It looks like such a great pattern. This next one is Simplicity 9107. And again, I love the casualness of this look. This almost looks like it's done with color. You could do color blocking on it. I'm not a fan of these little sleeves, maybe for the summertime. But right now I'm looking for things that are a little bit warmer over the next couple of months. I do like the look of this. This one I would say is this one right here. And again, no pockets for me. The model's not wearing any pockets, but it looks quite comfy. The material on it is cottons, crepe, double georgette, linens, poplin silks. So definitely a woven. Oh, and it's interesting on the back, which you don't see. It looks like it's got some gathering on it. That's interesting and would add a bit of interest and make it look quite nice. So it's not as casual as you would initially think. I wouldn't think you'd have to do that, but I think I would, because I would think that would look quite nice. I think I'd probably start by making this one, a bit of the longer sleeves. No pocket. I love the neckline too. It's good. One more view of the back if you're interested. Next one is Simplicity 9020. This one really appeals to me. I have to laugh that they even have a eye mask and the hairband, which I don't think I'd wear. But this looks so cozy. And it's even got shorts and a little t-shirt. I think I would focus on this shirt to begin with and these pants. This looks quite comfy and exactly what I'm after. And jersey interlock stretch velvet. I don't think I'd be making that out of velvet, but why not? Here's the back with the line drawings. Have a look. It just looks like a really nice casual outfit. The yellow's a bit bright for my liking. I usually very often like what the model has on as far as fabric color and that, but I don't think I'd go in bright yellow. I don't want to look like quite so neon. The last one is Simplicity 9113. This is a woven fabric. And again, like the previous one, just looks like a really great outfit to throw on in the morning, and you can stay home or go out and you don't have to worry about changing, because that's what I find my problem is whatever I'm wearing, I have to go change. This is really nice with all of the buttons down the front. I really, really quite like that. Although this one looks more what I'm looking for. This one you could dress up quite nicely. That's that one, but maybe with a longer length. There's the line drawings. It looks like there's a bit of a gathering on the back too. And the fabrics are batik, chambray, cotton lawn, cotton types, gauze, linen types, shirtings. So it's definitely woven fabric, but it looks lovely. If I could find enough linen, I'd love to make a linen one out of this. But when I do find linen thrifted, I tend to like to keep it for things that are a bit dressier. But I have found some linens that are definitely colors I would use for this that are more casual. Yeah, so those are my plans. I try and build myself a bit of a better wardrobe for casual living, so to speak, retirement living, I guess. But I'd like to thank you for joining me on my very first Friday Sews, and I hope you like and comment and subscribe. I'd love to hear if you've made any of these patterns that I've shown you today. Hope to see you in my next video. I try and post once a week or so. Sometimes this time was a little bit longer. The Friday Sews worked out this week, so I may just stick with that. Hope to see you again. Bye-bye.